Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FGME Cast for your Monday night. If you think it's a different day of the week because there aren't trucks on the screen, you're not wrong. It is still Monday. We've got a special event here tonight, the Brickyard 400. The trucks are on holidays, hiatus in the shop getting repairs done. And Ed Foster thought we'd chuck up the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. I'm joined by a very special guest this evening in Double D, Dave Douglas, who's jumped in the combox to fill in for Carl Withy, who made the excuse of having his wisdom teeth out so that he could run tonight, Dave.
Yeah, mate, I like that special, mate, the DDs, mate. So, yeah, no, good to be back here for a bit of a fun night on a Monday night. Yeah, looking forward to getting this one going.
Just a one-off event here for ANZCAR, similar to when we did the Dirt event earlier in the year. This time, however, the computers are working, the PC gods are in our corner, and we've actually got everything up on the screen. So, looking forward to this one. Not serious at all. Of course, the guys will still be trying to win. No question at all about that, but very much a fun run here tonight. I always thought fun run was a contradiction in terms because there's nothing fun about running, but this one here probably proves me wrong.
Yeah, you're probably right, but mate, don't worry. There'll be some boys out there that'll be taking this serious. They'll be getting out there, getting them laps in, and they'll be checking that leaderboard to see where they sit. So even though it's fun, mate, I can tell you they'll get their elbows out for sure.
So, putting you on the spot a bit here, Dave, the Brickyard 400, I only did a little bit of reading about it today because I'm still very much a noob, as my son would call me, in relation to things oval track racing. Do we know much of the history about this one?
Oh, mate, it was built on a yard of bricks, mate. And the actual bricks are across the start-finish line. I can tell you that much. It's got 4 turns.
So something about this being like a launch event into the season, or something that they put on as a special event once, or what have you?
No, I think the actual, like, it was just part of the championship, the NASCAR championship, the Brickyard 400. It was a good event because my driver Kyle Busch has won it a few times, but yeah, I think it was just a regular season round, and it's just always produced good racing, and I know that a lot of these guys love this track. It's probably one of the best tracks in the world in the oval side of things, and definitely one of the biggest events happens here anyway.
What we might do,
Indy 500.
I noticed Ed Foster is actually out of the car at the moment. We'll see if he's still in Discord. We'll drag him down in. We're going to bring a couple of the drivers in tonight.
Yeah,
Ed Foster, are you there?
I am indeed.
Mate, we were just speculating on the reason why it's called the Brickyard 400. We got the Brickyard bit, we got the 400 bit, but we didn't get the history of this event right. Just wondering if you could give us a little bit of a rundown on what this represents and why you picked it for this special event tonight.
Okay, well, there's obviously a fair bit of history that goes into this particular event. It was sort of born about as a bit of a bargaining chip between Tony George, who owned the Indy Motor Speedway at the time, and CART, the Championship Auto Racing, that sanctioned all the IndyCar races at the time. There was a split between them, which is known as the split in American open wheel racing. And in order to shore up his investment a little bit, rather than just run the Indy 500 here, Tony George contacted NASCAR and actually began to run a stock car event here of 400 miles. And that was sort of around about the late 90s, I believe, that kicked off. So they don't run the oval track here anymore as of this year or last year. I think this year's the first year they haven't actually run it. So we thought we'd go back to its heyday a little bit in these type of cars, big horsepower, a lot of sliding through the corners. It should be really entertaining.
And you mentioned I saw something about no restrictors tonight or anything like that. What's the story there, please?
No, there's no restrictor plates on these cars for anything other than Talladega and Daytona. I mean, they're not in iRacing anymore, restricted at all. But even back in period, these cars never had any restrictors on for the Indy Motor Speedway.
Fantastic. Well, it's good to see a number of the drivers jumping into retro liveries as well, period, correct to the cars. What sort of top speed are we expecting to see tonight, Ed?
Not really sure, to be perfectly honest. I haven't spent an awful lot of time looking at the speedo, but I think they're doing around about sort of 320 k's an hour at the end of each straight. So they're getting a fair amount of pace on, and you're having to obviously back it up and sort of finesse the way through the corners as well, because it doesn't have a lot of aero.
Going to be epic. We'll let you go, Ed. We'll bring you back in at some stage during the race, probably during a caution period, let you get back in so you can jump into qualifying. It's about to start. Thanks for that.
Sounds good. Thank you.
No worries. So Ed Foster there jumping in, just giving us the brief rundown here. It's picked up Andrew Dyson as the first car out of the blocks tonight. We'll jump on with Dyso, who's in the 041 numbered Bulgars entry, I believe it is. So a retro livery there from Andrew. Is probably going to kill me for not knowing who that is, but I've got absolutely not the foggiest for that livery there. So, we'll jump on with Dyso as we get up the first time here. We'll let him get around, get some pace up in the 041 entry. We'll turn the speedo on as well, just so we can get an idea on how quick he's flying around the traps. And second lap here, Dave's probably the one to watch.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I know it's as loose as hell. I'm just trying to find Dyson. There he is. That's why I can't find him, because he's got a 0 in front of his name. Yeah, it's loose as hell. So I think you got to wait for that tyre to come up. But yeah, as I said, I'm not sure. We got 2 laps. No, yeah, we do have 2 laps. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But usually, when you come here, it's all about the momentum on the second lap. But these cars, because there's no restrictors on them, they get to the top speed. You actually got to slow it down and get it to the apex of the turn. As you can see, Dyso there, right down on the apex of the curve, through turn 1, right up to the wall on the outside there. You jump on board as he tries to get right down to the bottom there. There's a perfect line through there. You slide her up to the fence here on the way out, and then that's all about getting that run down that back straight.
Man, these things are nuts. I love it. You know, we jump on board, the detail, yeah, people say it's a computer game, whatever, but it has the detail of the dash. It's got the tacho upside down, or almost upside down, like they would have had in the day. Absolutely love it. It's got all the autometer gauges in it, and he's just tickling it around about sort of 8,000-9,000 RPM in a V8 that's off the trolley.
Yeah, definitely, and there's sort of low downforce on these things, so they do like to slide around. I had a bit of a run on them just to see how it was, but you can see top speed, I reckon it'll be about 325 nearly. There you go, bang, 327 he hits, so down the front straight there into once. It's a bit off the apex there, so that'll slow that second run up, and he's already backed out of it, so missed the apex, so not a bad time though.
Oh my goodness me, unbelievable, mate. Carl Withy currently running in 5th. Oh no, it's quickly changed down to 9th position there in the Kellogg's entry. That is, what's the name of that bloody thing over there, the tiger that they use on their Kellogg's box? I can't remember his name. Timmy the Tiger or something like that. Yeah, anyway, that's what he's running with on the 65 entry, Carl Withy. Drop the Kellogg's box on there.
Yeah, they're going to test us tonight with their throwback liveries to see if we... well, it's definitely going to test me. Like, some of them I can pick up and know. As we can see, we got Edward Foster in the old Carl Edwards Subway 99 model.
Well, and that's the difficult thing as well, is some of them have changed numbers. So I'm used to just calling the car by the number. Foster's in 99, so I have to remember tonight that he's eating a footlong on the way around. Yep. Can't talk, eating ice cream, that sort of thing.
Yeah, he loves a foot long, mate, old Edward. So he's out here, slide up to the wall here. Is he on his first lap or second lap here? I'm not sure.
He's on his second one. He's about to finish up here. So it just having a look as well. It doesn't look like anyone. Oh yeah, Ed's gone faster there just to make a fool of me. In fact, just about everyone second lap around has been their fastest, exception of Jaden Russell and Andrew Dyson there. He hasn't gone around for his second.
Yeah, still sitting pretty though, Dyson. Not too bad. Well, he was. He's just been knocked down to 7th just as we're speaking. But yeah, you can see he just missed that apex down there. As we got on Josh Mickelmore, I think, on the screen now.
Yeah, Mickelmore on the screen.
He's back in the number 2, the old Deuce, mate. The black Deuce, we'll call it tonight. I think that's a Kurt Busch paint from way back when, possibly when he was at Penske, I'd say.
Yeah, the old Miller draft.
That's him. That's the one.
Who else has got what on? Riley Curtis, what's he wearing tonight? It's in the 93, looks like a Burger King livery. Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
Burger King. Tony the Tiger. That's it. Carl's just popped in with that. Couldn't quite remember what he was called. Tony the Tiger. So, and your mate Luke Trahere, one of the bandits in the STP livery, 43 tonight.
Yeah, you can go the old Kyle Petty maybe. I know he was Hot Wheels maybe. I don't know. I can't remember if it was Kyle Petty, but definitely the STP, the old 43 classic number 43.
Love it. Love it. Love these one-offs. Jason Martin's just popped up inside the top 3 as well. He's jumped on board with a no fear livery. There's plenty of purple on that one, so I don't know if that's a real livery, if that's custom.
I think
Jason,
that's going back in ANZCAR times, mate. I reckon he ran the no fear when he first started ANZCAR, possibly. So I reckon he's gone for a bit of a throwback of himself there.
Throwback of himself. Nothing wrong with that. We like a bit of that. So qualifying's over there. He just missed out on that second lap. So we will bring the grid up on screen for you now, and it is, even though it says the cup there, that just hasn't quite updated itself. Don't worry about that tonight. Phil Worley and Hamish Gallagher off the front row. We've got Jason Martin and Jaden Russell off row 2 with Pearso and Foster off row 3. Then it is Dyson and Micklemore off 4 with Luke Trahere and Michael Skurlock off row 5. Watch those two get the elbows out. Steve Williams, Ben Vickers off row 6. As we flip over the screen there, it is JCW and Lachlan Urquio off row 7. Hayden Schultz and Tristan Cock off row 8 with Riley Curtis and Norm Clark off 9. We've got Otto and Withy off 10 with Clark and Raymond off 11. And Noddy Tompkins and Nigel Payton off row 12. I was actually in a official truck race with Noddy the other day. It was a bit of fun.
Very good. That's a good field for a unofficial sort of fun event. And sometimes you can sort of be hit and miss with these, but obviously definitely a favourite coming to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is always high on everyone's agenda. So good to see a good field out here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And this was the one I was keen to bring on board for everyone. We've got some new cameras up and about tonight, and have a go at this
Steve Park livery there, old school Pennzoil, and the number 1 of Hamish Gallagher. That looks fast.
That does look fast. Even sitting still, it looks fast. And just the glow there, and the cameras supplied to us by Track Cam Gourmet have come on board, so we've got these to bring to you from now until at least the end of the year, which will be a good change for us, and some nice new stuff to bring around as we jump on the spotter cam here.
Pretty schmick there. You can see the 88, the old Dale Earnhardt Jr. Back there on the outside, second row back. What do we got?
Jaden Russell in that one.
It is. Just going through and having a look what else we've got back in this field, see if I can recognise any paints. We've got the 83 of Lachlan Urquio tonight. They swapped around with Matty Ray tonight. He's got the 83 tonight, and it's looks like an old Brian Vickers Red Bull paint. JCW in the furniture row, the old Kurt Busch 78. What else we got?
We'll get plenty of coverage across the night.
Normie Clark in the 42. His car number is 19, but it's a custom sticker, so he's in the 42, and the target that'll be Pablo Montoya, I reckon that'll be.
Yeah, I think you might be right, actually. The old Energizer, I remember.
That's the one.
Old Pablo Montoya.
Yeah, when he hit the track cleaner. He hit a car at Daytona at some point. I don't know.
No, he didn't. No, it wasn't his fault. Anyway, so it's going to be Philip Worley. He's going to take us away. As you can tell, we're going to be a little bit fresh in here tonight. It's a fun one for us tonight on a Monday night on FGME Cast. So we are here for the Brickyard 400. Not doing 400 laps, otherwise we'd be here until well into the wee small hours of the morning. I'm pretty sure we're doing 100 Ks here tonight.
We're definitely doing 100 laps, I can tell you that for sure.
Yes.
So your assumption was right earlier. 100
laps, so going to be looking at around about 4, maybe 5 hours worth of content for you here. So settle in, get in a comfy chair, grab a slab of your favourite. So we're about to go racing, and it will be Philip Worley who's going to take us away at the front of this grid. Waiting for the pace car to pull in. It'll make its way. It's completely out of place. Far too modern for this pack of cars. What's Worley going to do? Oh, Gallagher's got to be careful there. We've got just in front. Jumped a bit early, but Worley's got away. There go. The lights go green, but we're well and truly underway here at Indianapolis. It is Worley leading away from Gallagher, Martin, Russell, Pearson, Foster, Dyson, Micklemore, Trahere and Skurlock as your top 10. Looks like it's been a fairly clean start so far as they around the corner for the first time, and we're on our way down the back straight. It's going to be a quick one here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can see Hamish just sort of balked himself at the start there, trying to get the jump as he gets a bit of a run in a draft now of Worley, because Worley was probably about half a car width wide of the apex down there. So that's what you got to focus on here. As you can see, he was a bit wide up the track there again as the one of Hamish now has a little sniff and he's Oh, that's tight in there.
Yeah, it's nasty in there. That's there's going to be a whole heap of stuff going on there that we're not too sure about. Jason Martin closed up as well as we're just riding down the wall there. You can see they're all over the track in the background trying to make some room as we get through the first lap tonight. Nice and clean from everyone, but there is plenty of jostling going on down in the field. Let's jump back and we'll have a look at that as Andrew Dyson, I think, just lost the position of Josh Micklemore. You can see Micklemore getting a run down the inside in the number 2 Miller Genuine draft entry. Looking very sharp indeed, and he's made the move. He's now going to set off, see if he can't get himself a piece of Edward Foster and the Subway entry. I wonder if it's a foot long full of meatballs or if he's gone the old BLT, maybe an Italian sub. But,
who knows, mate, who knows?
Who knows what's going on in there. So just pretty cruisy here at the moment, looking good. A little bit of action further back down here. You can see it looks like that might be JCW there, just getting underneath the Welsh Wizard, Michael Skurlock, 22. What livery is he running on that tonight?
No.
Looks,
He's run either.
It's just pretty plain. That's all right. We can handle that.
Early.
Where's Mirko to get him a livery set up? Obviously,
That's it.
Not around
Mirko's
tonight.
Sleeping, obviously, in lockdown.
In lockdown, absolutely. Ben Vickers, we're having a look at it at the moment in the number 16. It's got the old 3M livery on it. Aiden Schultz there just in the background
Biff,
trying to make
mate.
her happy. Yes.
Greg Biffle.
Absolutely. The big Biff. Every time someone says Biff, I just think of Back to the Future, mate. I'm of that generation, so...
Yeah, not very cool.
Oh, Biff. So, Luke Traherne, Lachlan Urquhart there trying to make up some space as well. So, it's been fairly smooth sailing here. I'm just wondering, I'm just going to find someone who's got a little bit of a gap, and I think I might have found him there, Jason Martin. I'm just wondering what sort of speed they're getting in the draft here.
Yeah, well,
Where's Martin there? 320, so still not too much advantage here. We saw Andrew Dyson get up to 327 clicks before he jumped on the anchors in the 041 entry during qualifying, so not too much of an advantage.
yeah, no, I think it's more, maybe it's got to do a lot with your exit, so you've got to get the good exit to get the top end speed down the other end of the track. So whether or not he's got a tardy exit possibly, but he's closing up to the back of the yellow machine and the number 1 of Hamish, so they're all sort of sitting pretty much status quo at the moment. There's not too much going on. They're all being pretty straightforward. Like, I thought we would have seen a caution or something spinning out by now, because they do get pretty loose, pretty tail happy on the entry, but yeah, no, they're being very professional.
Very cordial.
Yeah.
Very cordial indeed. But yep, so far so good throughout the field. Noddy Tompkins jumped into pit lane. I'm not sure what happened there. He's got a bit of damage on the left-hand front corner of that car, so that's an interesting one. I didn't see any incident note at all for that one, but yeah, left-hand front corner, Noddy Tompkins' car looking a little second-hand, so he is in pit lane at the moment. He's got the Norm Clark target entry.
Yeah, he's making moves.
He's getting up there a little bit.
He's got Raddy May behind him in the 42 tonight. The old yellow mellow, Rowdy Burns.
Rowdy.
That's him. Rowdy Burns, mate. So that's an old classic as well.
Absolutely. If you know nothing about NASCAR, you at least know who Rowdy Burns is because of course, that fantastic movie. Who's that just up there? Tristan Cock just getting a little loose.
Yeah, he was watching that. He almost got under the wall. I didn't want to just give it a slight graze as Biffle's up higher through turn 1. There you go. You get on the screen now. Biffle's just run a little bit high there. And he's gone high again. So he might be letting these guys through here.
That's Ben Vickers as far as drivers are concerned. But yeah, he's just he's just letting them through here. It looks like Tristan's got a bit of a run on. He's getting nice and close to him though, just making sure he feels at home. And then has to back out of it himself. And Norm Clark there just having to do a little bit of kamikaze style action to get around there without clipping the wall himself. Remembering these guys in this particular car, some of them may be the first time they've driven it tonight, or at least in the practice session tonight, so not too much practice gone as such. Tristan's just getting real loose.
Jeez.
What's he doing back there? He's just going for a wobble down the track.
Oh, he's having fun, that's for sure. He was, yeah, they got a weird steering offset too if you don't change it. They sort of sit really right hand down, I think, I was when I was driving it. So they can just randomly creep around on you down the straight too. So I think it's more just the car the way it is at the moment. He's just not on top of it yet. But I'll tell you what, they look awesome out here, these camera shots and these cars, old paint schemes on this track. Look, nothing better.
No, that's it. Just giving himself the old patrol death wobbles down the straight. So he's got to be careful there and keep an eye out on it. It's Dr. Pepper in the background there, just hammering it round the corner. He's putting plenty of pressure. It's Riley Curtis in the 93, giving Lachlan Urquio a bit of a hurry up in the Red Bull, not giving you wings entry. So he's just got a little bit of a slide on there as well. So good driving from these two. Oh, that's right. He almost gets up into the wall. So as you say, that steering ratio there just might be giving the guys a bit. Oh, there he goes. All rowdy.
Oh,
Up into the wall. Who was that? Was it Steve Williams?
Steve Williams was in the Macca's car in front
No, it was
of him.
JCW actually. Sorry, JCW in the mattress entry, the furniture shop entry.
Furniture row, yeah.
He's just got up into the wall and done some damage to the right-hand rear corner of that one. It's getting real loose on the entry there as well. So maybe some of these drivers just using a lot of their tyre early on, which is why it was so calm. And now we're just starting to see a little bit of the repercussions of that. What's the temperature here tonight on track? 37 degrees, so not the hottest we've run, but certainly not the kindest on tyres when you've got this much power.
No, definitely not. You can see Steve Williams just at the bottom of the shot there in the McDonald's car. I can't think of the name of the driver, but it's very familiar though, the McDonald's sponsor on the bonnet.
Yeah, I must admit I've seen that as well. McDonald's entry.
Looks good though, but can't get the name. I might go see if I can hunt down a name on the side of the door or something. As Wally
Bill Elliott
lost the lead here. Wally's lost the lead here. We missed that, and he just got loose in behind the 88. I can't keep up with these numbers because they're custom numbers. Jaden Russell, so he's just worked his way back past Jaden Russell now. So Wally must have had a bit of a moment there at some point.
So with the McDonald's entry, see the Kyle Larson or Bill Elliott is what Captain Google was telling me. So
yeah, I thought
Kyle
Larson.
Yeah, Larson's the one that I know of, but it said 1995, which obviously predates these. Was Bill Elliott ran a McDonald's liveried entry as well, but I think it's definitely the Kyle Larson entry.
Yep.
Is what he's looking at there. So Wally, as you said, making a little bit of a mistake again. It didn't the old timing monitor here not too hard on people making mistakes to even register them. So I don't know what happened there. Whether he just had to get out of it because he got a little bit loose and didn't hit anything. That car looks to have no damage. So he might have just had to get out of it a little bit there, getting a bit loose. So as Aidan Schultz makes his way past Joshua Carroll Walden. So we've got Hamish Gallagher, who for the very first time since I've ever been commentating ANZCAR has not got Taylor Swift on his livery. So the Pennzoil entry there, very famous livery across a number of different different car racing entities. But he's out in front again here. He's got his teammate Jason Martin right behind him. A different type of car, different type of category, but same result. Mitch Motorsport currently running first and second here in the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis on FGM Ecast.
Yeah, definitely. So Jason's a fan of this place as well, so I expected Jason to half do well. He's probably one of them guys that I reckon is probably taking it a little more serious than the others. He's out here to win. He's got the Dockers actually on the bonnet. I'm looking at that, so I reckon that's definitely an old livery of his.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the Dockers, isn't he? So yeah, you're right, it is too. He's got the Dockers on there. So it's definitely one of his older liveries.
Yeah, that's it.
Too many NASCAR drivers putting the Dockers on the front of their car.
No, not that I can know. Maybe down at the old Thunderdome days, mate.
Oh, in the front of the HQ, you reckon?
That's it, mate.
Yeah, front of the HQ, got the old car on. Weren't they? They're great, you know, just slow as, but just great around the Thunderdome. So it's a pity that place has gone to God.
Yeah, they looked cool too. They raced hard and dumped shoulders and whatever else, you know.
They had actually done a study recently about getting that all back open again, but no surprises, it wasn't viable against the prospect of selling something that's probably full of tyres and rubbish as a new real estate location. So look at that, yeah, Tocker's on the front there. It's a great looking livery.
Yeah, I remember seeing the No Fear at one point in his earlier ANZCAR career when I used to race him back then in the day. So yeah, I almost 100% sure, but Jaden Russell's putting a lot of pressure on the back of Wally right here, almost right up to the bumper there through turn 3 as Wally gets a little bit squealy off the turn there, so he's right on him now through turn 4.
Jump on the nose here of Jaden Russell and watch him spin his magic on the back of the Folgers entry.
You're going to have a look. It's a hard one to do down the inside here, but he gets right up there. So they're probably a little harder to pass these things from what I'm seeing. You sort of need the other guy to make a half a mistake to try and get that nose up in there.
Yeah, so I'm happy with the drop of a couple of spots there if that's the case.
No,
so,
definitely not.
Any idea, Dave, on fuel numbers for tonight?
No ideas.
Not a scary.
Tyres. But I'll take a guess and say lap 40, mate.
Lap 40. Tyre-wise, definitely taking, no question as always. But you've got to get the rubber down, get the rubber on. So we'll see how close you are. 40 would be good. And so far, Dave, 15 laps, no cautions.
No cautions, pretty orderly fashion as well. I might as well call it.
Plain sailing. We joked in the pre-game about you potentially just jumping into the car and heading out for a few laps just to spice things up a little bit. Maybe we should have planned ahead, mate, and got that done.
Yeah, should have got onto that, mate. Make our own competitions cautions and get these guys racked and stacked again and see if we can't get some action going on. But you can see someone down the back there looks like maybe got a little loose off the fence there. But Jaden all over the back of Wally. But yeah, just can't see to get a move done.
Neil Pearson's closed up on the back of him here as well, so there's an opportunity. What's he running? It looks like the Bud entry, is it?
Oh, Jaden's. Oh, there's his slides are off turn 4 there. They might give Pearson a look down the inside into turn 1.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to get a run on here. He is going to get a run on, so down into turn 1. It's a matter of keeping it under control. Pearson does a good job of that. He's going to make that move stick. And, whoa, Jesus, Russell just sticks beside him there. Says, don't worry about it. I'm going to keep going.
That's a good little fight. That's what we were just asking for. Oh, Pearson almost gets the fence.
Just flicks his tail out at the end there just to make sure he closed the gap. So it looks like Ed Foster in the subway entry. He's got Josh Mickelmore underneath him as well. Yeah, so there's a couple of things going on here now as this group closes up. Trahir and Skurlock having a battle as well back behind them. You can just see there that Skirley's all over the back of the SDP 43 entry. So they're having a good little fight. Steve Williams got Aidan Schultz closing on him. So we're just starting to get those little pairings. Those Dancing with the Stars partners teaming up here. And even right down the back, Tristan Cock and Stephen Clark having a little bit of a punch on as well. So there's battles all the way through here. Gallagher and Martin at the front's closed up as well, mate.
Yeah, actually, I'm still just keeping an eye on Russell to see how he's progressing, but yeah, actually, Martin looks like he's just dropped off a little bit as well now. Must have got he's up way up high through turn 3. So there's a few. It looks like there's sort of a multi-lanes here. You can come in high, exit low, or come in low and exit high. That's sort of the way it's been going. It's a bit of an odd one, but they don't seem to lose too much speed through the turn.
As Pearson here has got Jaden Russell all over the back of him. He's going to try and get a run on him here down the inside. He's probably not quite far enough up, but he'll be worrying Pearson into pushing a little high here as Pearson does exactly that. Gets a little bit loose, but manages to hold it on. You know, he's under pressure here from Jaden Russell. This is going to really put some pressure on those rear tyres as well. So guys are spending the dollars here to fight for position 4 and 5. Again, Russell all over the back of Pearson. Not going to get underneath him this time, you wouldn't think. Maybe setting him up for the run down the front straight. He's going to get a good exit here. Yeah, just almost gets into him.
Oh, yeah, that was a close one. Nice and tight there.
He's into the wall.
Just...
He's into the wall, so Russell clatters the wall there. Just gives it the high five with the rear corner of the car, and that's dropped him off the back of Neil Pearson. So see as he comes around here, Jaden Russell, that there's going to be damage on that back corner. Just see it here, just a little bit, so it's not too bad. It shouldn't affect him too much, but of course he'd prefer to have a plain one to run around in.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I think these drivers all agreed to drop into the green room at any point in this race too, by the looks of this. They're all lined up in our green room, and Edward put the call out, so if anyone wants to join and be dragged down at any point, jump in. So who do you reckon we should pull out of this and have a chat to them mid-race here?
Well, I reckon we've got to try and grab somebody who's not in the middle of a battle, so...
Or we could spice up and just do that, grab them in the battle.
Well, mate, if you want to answer to Skirley and Luke, mate, right in the middle of a battle while they're having a chat, then I'll let you do that.
All right, let's get Skurlock down. He's always good for a laugh. Let's get him in here and have a chat.
All right.
The Welsh fiddler. Oh! Man himself. They're up, dragged into the booth, mate. Bit of a mid-race conversation, bit of a mid-race interview. How you going? How are you handling that pressure of your BMX bandit behind you?
Oh, mate, starting to get used to it, but it's a bit different than normal. You got to work this thing.
Yeah, how's that offset? Is it throwing you off down? Oh, geez, you nearly get the wall just there. How's the offset, all right?
Yeah, well, yeah, she likes to try and fling you right into the wall as you're driving in the straight line. Lukey had a bit of a fiddle with the wall in front of me. That's how I got around him. Oh, no, it was. No, Josh did, sorry. Someone's crashing.
There's a huge wreck up in front of you blokes as well. Looks like Pearson's had a big bonker.
Oh,
well done. You got straight through the middle there.
Check up, Lukey. Check up.
Oh, my boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord have mercy, man.
You guys just managed to cut the cheese there, just right through the middle of the sandwich. Far out.
Bit of Days of Thunder flashing before my eyes there, and I was going to go the big outside move.
Just close your eyes and foot down, mate.
Yep.
It's my plan.
Chickened out.
What are you going to do here, boys? You're going to jump into pit lane, grab a new set, unlimited sets, you might as well.
Get a nice set on there and hopefully do a bit better this time.
What we're going to
I'll do the usual pleb thing and just follow what everyone else does.
No, that works,
pretend
mate.
like it was my idea. Like, oh, yeah, take some tyres now. Yep.
That works for sure. What we're going to do, I'm going to jump on board with Skirley here in the cockpit and have a look at this yellow flag. Again, just watch it cut through the gap here.
Yeah, I'll jump back to the replay.
Have a look at it there. There's just smoke everywhere and you've just managed to just pass through the middle there like there's nothing going on at all.
Perfect.
Bit of beautiful driving.
It's kind of scary because when you're on the brakes, the thing gets up on its toes and the rear end starts waggling on you, so it's kind of sketchy.
Not even that. When you just get off the gas, man, it just wants to turn.
Yeah, it does.
It's just hopping all over the shop. Like I can't keep on the wall when I brake. It just wants to turn to the infield every time I do.
Oh, Daiso's doing some drifts in front of me here.
Classic.
Go back and have a look at the accident. It looks like Pearson, we just caught the end of it there, but Pearson got into, who's in the
Edward was in that too. Edward's involved in that. And Jaden Russell.
Who's in the 88 tonight?
88's the Jaden Russell machine.
Jaden Russell. Okay, so...
I'm sure it is, isn't it?
We'll try and Jaden Russell past Neil Pearson. We'll just jump back a bit further and have a look at what's going on here. That's Daiso. He's not going to help us. I'm on the wrong bloody car. It's all going wrong tonight. What's going on? This car's not
Where
here.
are you, Jaden?
There we go. We're having a look now. So we're on board with Jaden Russell here. And it looks like Pearson's in front of him.
So maybe Pearson got into the fence because he's definitely in front of him there.
I think so, or maybe it broke on him. But how far back have I gone? 17 laps
Just having a
back.
quick look at it. No, it's definitely Jaden. Jaden gets into his rear bumper, so coming down the straight. Oh, I don't know. Pearson moves across on Jaden by the looks of that. I'm just going back and had a look at my own sort of replay here.
Yeah,
And
I think we're up with it now. So across the start finish line, and
Jaden knows the way around a rear bumper pretty good.
oh, it's hard to tell. I can't get the right angle here.
both sliding a bit, both ratting around.
Jaden goes down and Neil comes down as well. So
Yeah.
and then Edward gets caught up in that in the 99 and the old subway car. That's a half a foot long now.
Jammed half a foot long in there, you reckon? Asked for a bloody BLT with the lot, and they put olives on as well.
Double meat, please.
Double meat. And I'll have the old Thousand Island, thanks, with the pepper and salt.
Fresh, not toasted.
But before you let us go, you might want to check out the pit exit on that pit stop. Something strange has happened then.
Oh, there it is. We've got the replay up there on screen.
That doesn't look all that good from Jaden's perspective, to be brutally honest. If I was going to adjudicate on having looked at it once, it's I'm not sure. Bit funny there. Are you talking about the fact that Carl Withy's in the lead, Skirly? Is that what you're saying about something funny going on?
No. When we left pit road there, I was racing Daiso off, and as soon as we got to pit exit, I heard this big bang, and he must have run straight into Jason Martin at the pit exit.
Oh, yes, too. It's got a huge amount of damage on the left-hand front corner of that one.
Yeah, Jason's got damage on the rear. Didn't see a big dent.
Oh, get out.
Let's have a look.
I'm trying to find it. Hang on, where are we? Who left? Where are we? Sounds like Luke's having trouble.
Yeah,
Sounds like Luke's having trouble with the cat or dog again.
Yeah, cat troubles again, man. He just
trying to get them all out. You know why? Because Jace checked up for some reason, so Dyson had nowhere to go.
Yeah, because I was trying to race Daiso off, so he just had to keep going.
There's Josh Micklemore looked like he'd come to a stop at the end of pit lane or something, so Jason had to check up. It's just a comedy of errors there from everyone at the end of pit lane.
Skirly got away with one there. He went through the car too, so lucky you got a little win there, Skirlock.
But,
I was already inside him, so luckily I didn't make contact.
Better phrase that on stream, mate. Sure.
We've heard that before.
not for the first time either. Anyway, boys, thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. We'll let you go,
back
and we'll carry on.
Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye.
Mate, Carl Withy is at the lead of the race here. We're not going to hear about it. We can't. He can't talk.
Oh, no.
Just in other news, if you're interested in watching the stream, the Canadians have knocked the USA out of the Olympic gold game. The Canadians might be a little bit slow, but they still beat America 1-0.
Game of what, though?
Football. Soccer.
Right, yes, okay.
The Australia-Sweden game's on a little bit later on tonight, so for anyone looking after that. And if anyone didn't want to know the result, bad luck.
Yeah, no spoilers here, mate. We don't get it
at all. So, look, Tony the Tiger, going to take us away from P1, Carl Withy, in a 65 entry. We will not hear the end of this for a year. He still talks about the time he finished 4th at Daytona because no one else finished. So,
Turn 1's going to be interesting here.
It is going to be. He's
on. He can keep it straight on his old tyres. There he goes.
Straight off. Doesn't wait. Just gets away, Carl.
The black deuce is all on his tail. He's going to have a look.
Look at the pace on that. Got Hamish Gallagher on the outside too.
Oh, gee, Daiso's nearly into the back of him.
Okay, he's just got no grip there. Micklemore's just down the inside. He's going to run off with it.
Steve Park.
Oh, geez, look at that behind. The 233. He's got rip loose.
Oh,
wow, they've gone way wide. Oh, Carl's up into the wall. I think he's just pulled out of that one, so he's tried to do the right thing there.
He's done his business at the front, mate. That's all he wanted to do.
Get out the way. He's let a couple of laps, so for the bonus point.
Yeah, well, that definitely that made it interesting, so we appreciate that, Carl. Thank you, mate.
They sort of reform into the gravy train. And And Skirley's right up in the thick of it now. He's going to have a run here on Dyson, I think. Down the inside, he's going to get it done. He just moving around there. You're spot on, Dave, with that steering race. You can just see them just trying to manage. It's like it's a old patrol that's done 700,000 Ks and there's a whole heap of slop in the steering box. It just drifts all over the road while they're trying to get there.
Big 4-inch lift, no caster bushes, mate. Just no drop boxes, nothing.
Nothing. Just flung in on the weekend at my cousin's place, and off she goes to run at 300 clicks an hour. JCW is getting down the inside here as well on Daiso, so he's going to close that move out. And Aidan Schultz is trying to go with him as well. He's got Lutra hair all over the back bumper of the 18 Mobile.
Oh, Daiso won't be happy about that. That must be that damage he's got from the Martin incident. That bumper's all squished up, so he's dropping a rate of knots here. He's got the old Kyle Petty, or Richard Petty, one of the Petty's cars coming up behind him here now.
I didn't see how much damage was on Ed's car. Jesus, he almost cut the back off Trahere there. I didn't see the damage on Foster's car either as a consequence of that incident. Did he cop a fair bit, did he, or...?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, he's got the most, I reckon, out of all
he
the
did
cars.
too. He copped the right-hand front corner there, you can see, and left-hand front corner there. So it just looks like a.
So that's full boat. That's a speedboat.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a herb and cheese that's been dropped on the floor. That one. So
it's gonna have to get up on the plane to get out of this one, mate.
We'll do. But there's still plenty to go. We're only 27 laps into this one, so he's got some time. There could be some other issues that play to his favour. Of course, he can get a little bit of that repaired if there's another long caution period as well.
So Stevie Dub making a move now up on the inside. He's the next one to get past Daiso in the 041. Daiso just backs out of it nice and early there.
Chucks a Happy Meal out the window and makes his way by.
Yeah, forget the toy, just give me the cheeseburger.
That's it. He's running, so he's doing good things as you'd expect. Schultz is still all over the back of JCW as well. Luke Trahere's managed to close in.
Race. Sandman. Out of nowhere. What's he driving? Oh, Quaker State. Who's that? What car is that one?
31.
Yeah, the Quaker State. I can't remember. I feel like it was a Biffle car again, but yeah. I don't know.
Just jump on old Google. It'll be your friend. If it's not listening to what you've said, it'll bring the answer up anyway. So a bit of a chain developing here. So Aidan Schultz, he has got Joshua Carroll-Walden all over the back of him now. He's just managed to close that pass out. And there's a little gap there back to Stephen Williams and Luke Trahere. And then you've got Andrew Dyson and a whole host of cars, including Mr. Sheen, Matty Raymond. And looks like they're the 16 of Ben Vickers, as well as Norm Clark in the target entry. As old Meliella 42 tries to get the move down on the inside on Dyson here, he'll get that done. That damage really hurting Dyson's pace. So
yeah, that thing's dead.
It's a huge fall off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, high speed, it's no wonder. You can see Pearson, he's got the same sort of damage as Edward, and he's dropped all the way back as well.
Yeah, he has. There's just that damage on that left-hand rear corner there. So we got all CSI on the replay there and couldn't quite work out who was at fault, but yeah, not a great incident there. Yeah, there's plenty of damage on that one, so that's going to be hurting a lot as Phil Otto runs up on the back of him. In the Mountain, is that a Mountain Dew entry? It is the Mountain Dew car. I have no idea who that is.
Mountain Dew, that has to be at least at Earnhardt. Where's that?
Yeah,
there it is.
Phil Otto, number 11. A couple of these liveries I'm sure I haven't seen yet tonight. We're only 30 laps in, so I don't know what I've been looking at, but Mountain Dew entry is new. I haven't seen that one getting around. That's a good look.
Definitely looks retro anyway. It's very boxy and squared, so it's from back in the day.
Back in the day. And he's got Lachlan Urquio behind him. Lockie get caught up in that damage. He's dropped a fair way back. He was running 7th or 8th earlier in the night, so
I think that's just the standard Red Bull Brian Vickers thing, mate. They just hang back at the back of the pack there.
Hang back at the back. Well, tell you what, Matty Ray, once again, just does what Matty Ray always does. He started dead last. He's 13 spots up at the moment and currently in P9. So he does this all the time. He and Stephen Williams, who's literally just in front of him on the road, do this every week. just casually make their way through the field and challenge right at the end. So we'll keep an eye on them. 31 laps out of 100 through here. The Brickyard 400 on FGM eCast as part of an ANZCAR special event. Second one we've run for the year. A lot less dirt this time.
Yeah, so the old Matty Raymond, the ANZCAR's Kevin Harvick, the closer.
The closer.
That's his nickname they used to call him. You'd never see him all race, and all of a sudden, bang, he'd be there challenging for the win. So the old closer, Kevin Harvick.
We can add that to the list. He has become known as Mr. Sheen because he keeps his car clean and makes it through to the end. But, I like that one. There's a song in there, I imagine.
Yeah, we'll have to get Skirly on the phone for that one.
Absolutely.
He's singer-songwriter Skirlock, the Welsh fiddler.
Speaking of getting on the phone, Ed's right in the battle at the moment. He'd love it if I dragged him into the booth right at this point in time.
Yeah, where is he?
He's just right behind Norm Clark at the moment. He's got Neil Pearson behind him.
Right.
He'd be real happy. At least he's going to have someone to race with because the damage on his car is almost as bad as Pearson. So
that's true.
not ideal for either of them. Ed was running up inside the top 6, I think, and so was Pearson, of course, when that happened. So it was disappointing for both of them, but still out there, still pushing on regardless. And they're in a pack here to run with Tristan Koch as well, just jumping on the back. Yeah,
this front pack's real tight up here. They've got 4 cars. The top 4 are nice and tight up the front here. We've got Steve Parker, a.k.a. Hamish Gallagher, putting a bit of pressure on the Black Deuce of Mickelmore here as he gets a good run out of turn 2 here. We'll see if he can, just on the exit, you just lose it. So.
But Wally got the advantage of the pit lane, and Skirley's done a great job getting up into 4th, having avoided certain death on the caution, just cutting his way through the cars around him that were crashing, with Luke Trahere right behind him, carrying blind faith, but he's now up in a 4th position and just keeping with Wally and Gallagher as they try and put some pressure on Mickelmore at the front of the pack.
Wally hits the wall.
Loose. In the background there as well. I think it was Joshua Carroll Walden just showing people sideways.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, certainly was.
Doing the old Sylvester Stallone and picking up a coin on his way around the corner.
100!
Why is he whistling? It's Matty Ray and the Melly gets a little loose as well. Happy Meals all over the back of him. 94 Stephen Williams. So got a bit of work to do now. That's actually a pass for position there, because when we were on them before, Matty Ray was behind Williams, so he's got by at some stage.
Yeah, he's putting that yellow mallet to good use here tonight.
Absolutely.
He takes a bit more of a shallower line in here. We'll see if Stevie Dub can get the run out of here, a little bit over and under at turn 3 at Indianapolis. Not this time by. So we should, what do you reckon, grab Daiso down and ask him what happened, or if he's got anything to report from that pit lane scuffle?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just brought Andrew Dyson down. Normally used to speaking to him at the end of the race. We thought we'd get him in on lap 35, 100. Daiso, mate, what happened at the end of pit lane there?
Oh, what's going on? I don't know, man. It looked like there was a bit of a check-up, or maybe might have been Jason had a bit of trouble getting the power down out of the lane. But I actually expected to drive straight through him. Obviously, that didn't happen. So I didn't actually see what really happened though. But that's what I saw. Yeah,
there was certainly a big check-up there with Jason and Josh, and Skirley was in with us at the time, saying he was trying to race you out of pit lane. So just
someone was racing me. Yeah, someone was racing me out of pit lane. So having an eye on the mirror, mostly, and I kind of tried to make sure I was staying in the slow lane to make sure the car was ghosting, because I didn't know if I was still going to run into the car I was racing out of the lane or not. And then I just ran into someone. So shit happens.
That's it. Yeah, having fun. Still, car's still okay. Obviously lost a little bit of pace.
Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, I got a bit of a touch up into turn 1 before too. That made it a bit of fun. But other than that, no, smooth sailing.
A little bit of sideways action for us. We'll let you go as looks like Norm Clark wants to try and have a spin with you. So we'll let you concentrate on what you're doing, mate. We'll catch you in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll let him have a dip. I'm not going anywhere any fast, so he'll be there soon.
Okay, fair enough. Norm Clark will be wondering what he's done right to be driving past Daiso. So
well, his thing's out for a little look, old Norman.
the gentleman of ANZCAR. Everyone big fan of his stories, Norm. So he'll be having fun out there. It's good to see him rock up for the race as well. In the background, Pearson looks like he's got the job done. And just as Lachlan Urquhart gets real loose as well there. Jason Martin's dropped back with that damage, no doubt, on the back of that car as it exited pit lane. But Foster here just dropped another position.
Oh, Jason Martin up the inside of the 83 of Lockie this time, so he just stuck the nose. There wasn't much room. He stuck it up there anyway. Sorry to cut over you there, Stu, but he's got that job done now out of 2.
No, you're right, mate. I was going to say Ed's struggling in the sandwich taxi, but he's on the back of Pearson. Yeah, he's having a dive now, so he's got a good run out. Pearson got loose, and Ed's going to get in there in the 99. We'll chuck some garlic aioli out the window, and off he goes. And just struggling a little bit there, I think Pearson for some drive, because Jason Martin's just pulled right up onto the back of him as well. So
it's the battle of the damaged cars, mate. Little damaged cup.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good running. I'm sure why Lachlan's down there, but behind him, the Ben Vickers. I've taken Lachlan out of a race actually once before, so I probably shouldn't say too much. But good for you there. Look at how damaged that 9 car of Pearson's is. There almost isn't a straight panel on it. Jason Martin's got it's that rear end damage is what really hurts him. So Daiso in a straight line, he was struggling. He's got a big dent in the boot. So does the 21 entry of Martin as well. So that rear damage, when that wing gets that big bow in it, just really affects the cars.
Big parachute. But we might have to. This might be a bit of a class, two classes of racing out here. So we might have the class leaders. Who's the class leader? Who's the damaged car? Well, it must be Daiso. So he's leading the damaged class at the moment.
And up the front in terms of leading the race, it's Micklemore, who's just getting a lot of pressure here from Hamish Gallagher. The two teammates going at it as they normally would. And Philip Worley just wanted to chuck some mutton in the sandwich there, but just got his nose chopped off. But that's all right. He's got in, and Skirley's going to get involved here. Which I was expecting the spectacle. I was looking for the 4 wide down the back straight. Didn't quite get it there. They're all playing a bit of chicken.
Yeah, as Hamish falls back in behind Josh now. Worley had a front row seat there of what was going to happen as Josh gets a bit loose this time.
Yeah, a bit loose there. Still good running though at the front here. Yes, Worley gets loose as well.
And Hamish, I thought he was going to have another look there. Josh defends a little bit down there, so he's almost going to get when he's outside.
Just quoting the old Mike Raymond from back in the early 90s V8 supercar style, it's dancing better than what was his name? Something Astaire. Anyway, I can't quote it now. I've stuffed it up. I've wrecked it. I've ruined it.
Don't do it.
Completely ruined it.
Pull out.
Yep, no, butchered it completely. You've got to have a go. Anyway,
that's it.
Back into things. Luke Trahare's just got a pass done on Aidan Schultz as well. We'll just up back and have a quick little look at this drag race as they get it done down the back straight. So that's Trahare up into 5th. Trahare known for saving tyres, so he's.
Aidan's just about to give him a nudge down into turn 4 there.
Go down like a bag of lead bricks, but the
be entertaining though, wouldn't it?
It would be very entertaining indeed. As Micklemore and Gallagher keep trading places. Carol Walden getting involved here as well. He's jumped up onto the back of Aidan Schultz.
Yeah, Aidan was having a good run here. He's been sitting P5 since that restart pretty much, so getting a little handle on it. Just bought the car before the session. I heard him trying to work out why he didn't have the car because he didn't own it. So he went and bought it. And
it's legacy, so he should have.
Well, that's what I thought, but he said he had to buy it, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'll stick with it.
Certainly wouldn't have been the track, so yeah, don't know. Very unusual. Those not familiar, legacy stuff is generally free on iRacing, so I don't know if maybe it was free for a period or something, but anyway, whatever it was, he's in here now doing a good job in 6th position, just under a little bit of pressure from JCW. And Matty Ray there just getting a little loose in the background. As positions keep changing up towards the front.
Yes.
Very, very
Oh,
close
tell you
together there. Side arrow, just that pocket of air keeping those two apart.
And Matty Ray's bound to buy into this and in second now as well.
Yeah, Mellow Yellow entry, he wants to get it done.
So I just zoomed in on the door of the 78. Usually, Kurt Busch did run it for a period, but it's got Reagan Smith on the top of the door. So Reagan Smith obviously ran that paint strip at some point.
Oh, okay.
Just for those playing at home.
Just for the viewers keeping track at home. So something's happened up the front here because we've got a change with Hamish Gallagher leading. Philip Worley now up into second. We saw that he had plenty of pace and was challenging for that position. He's got it done.
Yeah, it was actually a good battle. We missed it. Looks like the two Mitch guys went side by side for half a lap there, and that's how it eventuated, and Josh ended up just dropping those few spots back.
Well, we can go back and quickly have a look at it. In fact, we will.
Yeah.
You just see there. So Gallagher in the yellow Pennzoil entry and Josh Mickelmore in the Dark Knight. Number 2 entry.
Nice and tight on the exit there. Still side by side through 2.
Good driving from both of them. Got a good exit both as well, but I think I can see where he's going to drop down here.
Josh got the good run there.
Yeah, it's amazing that he's kept
Must
with
be
it.
a dive bomb.
You say, I think Worley's just going to go with Gallagher. Yeah, he does, and just gets underneath him.
Yep.
Just pushes him up higher and closes out the deal. So good racing from the Mitch Motorsport boys at the front there. Oh, jeez. He got real loose.
Yeah.
Real loose as well. And Scully was there jogging on the spot waiting as well. Just trying to pick a lane. And that was the change for the lead. Now.
And looks like Hamish has carried that pace, and he's got a bit of a gap now over Worley.
He has. Ed Foster's jumped into pit lane. So, I'll just grab Ed.
Well, he's getting tyres. He hasn't given up yet, so he's obviously had to go down there. He's, I don't know, strategic, but here he is.
Well, we'll just ask him, strategic move, Ed, or just, mate, getting some more jalapenos on the sandwich?
Got no straight line speed since tapping the wall back there in that wreck, so I thought I'd have a dig. We should be able to get home in one stop from here, so thought I'd just try it out, see what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I've lost 13th place in a one-off race, so really not a lot of risk.
Well, we put you into Class B, which is the those trying to win the race for the damaged, and it was on between you and Pearson there.
Yeah, I think Martin's got a bit of damage there too, actually. So he looked like he had a bit of damage on the rear wing. So yeah, I'm not sure.
That was caused by a pile up on the exit of pit lane.
Oh, was it now? Okay, well that's interesting.
Sort of thing that only happens in these one-off events where everyone's a little more casual than they would be otherwise, because I'm sure you would have heard about it on the radio if it wasn't a one-off event.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the one that happened in front of us was a bit I don't even really saw what happened, but I couldn't avoid it. You know, just got the locked up the brakes. I had to get it stopped, and she's sort of swung into the wall. So, what do you do?
No, there's not a lot. We were on board with Michael Skurlock at the time, and actually had him in the booth when he managed to sneak his way through the middle of all of that carnage. So that'll be something for you to have a look at later on when you have some tea and scrumpets, mate. Yeah, I mean, he talks about his Welsh heritage, mate. I reckon he has got a 4-leaf clover and swallowed the Blarney Stone in Ireland. So, yeah, he got through all right. But, yeah, we'll see how he goes, I suppose. Right, you'll be able to put a bit of a gap on the leaders who were coming up behind you, Ed. We'll let you go, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later on.
No problemo.
Speaking of leaders, Worley... Oh, no, sorry, it's not Worley, it's Neil Pearson. I thought it was Worley right up on the back of Hamish there, but it's just Neil Pearson. He must have stopped too out of pits on fresher tyres making that pass.
Yeah, mate, he did.
Got all
jumped in.
excited there, thinking Wally's come out of nowhere here.
Jumped in while we were having a chat on board with Ed there, but Michael Skurlock's got past as well. So Josh Micklemore's jumped in through pit lane, and we've got a change at the front there with Gallagher, Skurlock, and now Wally leading. The leading three. Luke Trahare up into fourth. He's about 5 seconds off this pack. And then Joshua Carroll Walden, Matty Raymond having a little bit of a battle here for 5th and 6th place. There's a few more jumping into pit lane now. Steve Williams trying to get the 94 entry with the Macca's trays under the rear tyres pulled up into pit lane. Just struggling a bit there with those Macca's trays. He's managed to get that done, so he's trundling down the lane. He'll get some tyres on that one, which has moved Daiso up into 7th. This is something that we like to see. He's on the back of Matty Ray at the moment. He hasn't come in for a second stop yet, so maybe he's just managed to hang out the window and do a few repairs to that one. He's got a bit of pace on.
He's doing something, mate, because he's coming back out of nowhere. All of a sudden, these guys have burnt their tyres off, and maybe that slower pace has saved them tyres a little bit more than the others.
That extra wing has helped those rears survive a bit longer.
That's it, a bit of extra downforce, mate. When they do wear out.
Oh, as Matty Ray gets up into the wall there, does he? Oh, it looked like he did. He might have just avoided it, I think, but it's allowed Daiso to make up another position. He's inside the top 6.
He's coming. Don't call it a comeback yet.
No, definitely not. I'm not going to say a damn thing, just in case he puts it into the wall.
That's it.
But no, this is good driving from Daiso. Definitely leading the Tier 2 race for those who are previously damaged.
And he's having a big look on JCW now. All of a sudden, Daiso's just come alive, mate.
It must have just been talking to us in the comm box.
Oh yeah, a bit of encouragement, mate.
Getting up into the booth and thinking, geez, I wouldn't mind speaking to those boys again at the end of the night. I better get a wriggle on here.
That's it, mate. Absolutely.
So, but he's about 4 seconds off Luke Trahare, who is in a mint condition, number 43 entry. So he might burn tyres off a bit here, but there's that down on the inside. There goes Jason Martin. He's going to jump in and grab another set of tyres on the Freo Doctor. And he's got a little bit of damage on the back of that one, which is unfortunate. It's been very, very clean here tonight so far. We're halfway through. Matty Rader getting loose again. So it's definitely it, Dave, if you've called it, mate. They must have burnt the tyres off. And
something's going on, mate. I don't know what's going on, but he's definitely got that pace all of a sudden.
Just allowed Daiso to get his way up, and he's pulling away on old tyres. So didn't stop any earlier. Lap 22 was the last time majority of the field stopped. We do have a few early settlers who jumped in around lap 45 or so. And at the front, there's even been a change for the lead as Gallagher and Philip Worley jump into pit lane. Luke Trahare has jumped in as well.
Here comes Daiso's coming in too. I would have held it out there. He was going faster the longer he stayed out there.
He was only a 10th off Michael Skurlock at the front last time around. That is
right, there you go.
Impressive. So I don't know how many more Skurley will hold out for here. So
we'll have to keep an eye on him to come to the closing stage of this race. If they can get home, I think Ed said one more stop after this. So towards the end of that stint, if he can pull that sort of pace, he's missed his box. He's had to drop her in reverse, but gets her stopped up now going.
He'll get a little bit of repair there as well, I imagine. It's probably worthwhile just sitting there. He's not going to lose too many positions, but he takes none of my virtual advice whatsoever. That's what he's doing, so he gets it back on the way. And it's Matty Ray's up in a second, Joshua Carroll Walden in third. Those gentlemen still do need to make another stop, at the very least, to get home from here. If for nothing more than tyres.
You said this is 400k? It must be 400k, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So almost going to need an intermission here tonight, Dave. It's a big one, mate. But
yeah, I wasn't ready for the big one. I was thinking, quick fun race, and I was just like, we're only halfway.
yeah, that's the same sort of thought here as well. But that's all right. Good news is, mate, we'll keep it up vibe and keep it interesting, just like they did back in the day.
Oh, that's it, mate. We've got plenty of drivers to pull in and annoy, so we can definitely do that and annoy some of these guys and make it a bit entertaining.
We'll do just that, actually. We might...
You know who loves a chat, mate? You know who loves a chat? Aiden Schultz, mate. Once you start, you can't shut him up, but
Alright, well, let's get him
he
in.
loves the chat.
Just brought Aiden Schultz into the booth. Schultzy, mate, up into P3 temporarily. You got to do a stop soon, but how's she going? You've been made good progress in this stint.
Yeah, going all right, mate. Thanks for pulling me up. Going all right, considering where I qualified. New to this car. I literally bought it 10 minutes before the server went up, so yeah, going all right. We do have to stop soon. We'll see how we go. We pancaked the wall a couple of times, which was unfortunate, but this is a bit of fun. Great initiative by ANZCAR. So having a great time tonight with the guys in the green room. We've got Tristan Koch all over my butt at the moment, so I'm trying to do two things at once, but having a great time.
No, that's good, mate. We were actually talking about that as well, saying that you just managed to grab the car just before we checked in. So we're just wondering how you're doing, but you made, as you said, made good progress up in a P6 before the leaders pit. So expect you to pop out somewhere there after you stop shortly.
Yeah, we did, mate. We're definitely making progress on the leaders. We're trying to just feel the car at the moment. It's a totally different car to drive, less aero, lots of horsepower. So really trying to just get used to it. Yeah, I don't know. This is a really good initiative. It's different. We're having a fat time, so I appreciate you pulling me up into the box. Hopefully we can talk later. No doubt we will, regardless of the result, but great initiative by ANZCAR to do this tonight. I know everyone in the green room talking to each other is having a sensational time, so it is fun.
Beauty, mate. Well, we'll let you go while you've got Josh. Not Josh. Is that Josh all over the back of you? Is it Tristan? No, Tristan all over the back of you there, mate. We'll let you go.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll be pitting next lap, so thanks, guys.
Next time, bye, bud.
No dramas.
There you go, Aiden Schultz. Just bought the car 10 minutes before the server went live, so there you have it, the exclusive, folks. He did have to buy it.
Yeah,
Oh,
unbelievable.
But anyway.
Unbelievable.
What a stitch up.
Yeah, it is. That is a stitch up, absolutely. It's supposed to be free content. Anyway, the whole idea of the race was no one would have to buy anything, but there's unfortunately always one.
Yeah, looks like Aiden's going to let... No, he's not going to let. Just jump straight back in front of him.
No, bugger him. I'm pulling in a pit lane and I'll do what
Well,
I
that's
want
what I
to.
thought he was going to let him by and then he's going to stop. But yeah, clearly not tonight.
There's no courtesy. There's no courtesy required. It's an oval track race. Blue flags mean nothing. And
No, that's it.
Green and yellow.
Or the red mist, mate. That's about all they are. Can't you see?
Well, Dave,
As
in the background, as unprofessional as it is, I'm going to put the football on.
Yeah, don't worry, because I've got the phone in my hand ready to do the same thing, but I may just run out of battery. I only got like 31%, so I'm with you on that, mate. So we'll
It'd be un-Australian too. Anyone who fires anyone tomorrow for calling in sick's a bum.
That's it, mate.
So we've got to get onto it. And the big news on that one as well is that Sam Kerr is starting after an injury scare, so that's good news for the Aussies. Good old Aussie coach there, Tony Goodstufferson. Very, very Australian name. Anyway, we'll move back on to the race here. It is Josh Micklemore out the front. Didn't realise as well, he didn't have the best qualifying tonight, down in seventh position actually, Josh. So he's done a good job in getting up to the front as well. And teammate Hamish Gallagher's just dropped off a little bit there in the stops along with Worley. So he's got some clear air now. Hamish Foster looks like he's got Trahair all over him. That early stops worked out a treat for him.
Yeah, he was. I mean, you could see when he came out in front of the leaders and then he just pulled away from the leaders that, massive undercut here. So keep that in the back of your mind for the next stop to see if anyone else tries to do the same sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's... Mate, I could go on. There's so many Subway puns I could make that I don't think the race is long enough for me to get through them all. I'll just stop there as Trahair just slides past him. Moves his way back up into fifth.
Yeah, where's Carr going? So after leading early, He's running around there in 20th. Running around in 20th.
Copped a little bit of damage too there. He'd get up into the wall. Obviously on that restart had the older tyres on, and he struggled a little bit unfortunately, but did lead the race for a couple of laps. So he's currently running down, as you say, in 20th, a lap or two down. So
yeah, well, that's it. At the end of the day, you go to the official score sheet, mate, and it'll have laps ticked against his name as the 42 of Matty Raymond comes flying up behind him and makes the pass on the inside.
Carl will just be enjoying being out there, no doubt, at all. Normally up here with me. So
yeah, it's a night off.
And you've managed to adequately fill his very large shoes, Dave. So we'll be appreciating the assistance.
The night's still young, mate. So don't get too far ahead of yourself, mate.
No, but it's a very, very relaxed stream here tonight. Deliberately so. It's just a bit of fun for everyone. We've only a couple of weeks out from the chase as well, Dave. I had a look at that today. We've got 3 weeks to go before we head to the chase.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I think we've got some super speedways coming up, don't we?
We do, mate, we do. And one of those is Michael Scurlock's last chance to take home that shiny, bright new Simrig if he manages to take it out. So first week of the chase is that opportunity for Scurly. So he'll be practicing his little Welsh Wellingtons off, trying to make sure he is as quick as he can be around there.
Yeah, he certainly will be, mate. I don't mind me a super speedway, so I'll be keen for them ones. But I've got nothing to lose, so I'll just be going out there to win it, mate.
He's wouldn't say it to his face, but he's been impressive actually, Scurly, of the last couple of weeks. I don't know if it's been saying it on the stream. The DPR boys have brought some new strategy to the racing, and I've just seen a little bit of a change in the way he's driving and managing towards managing the race a little bit more than he used to just go out and sort of blat and hope to get up the front, which worked really well for him because he's an extremely quick driver. But he'll say it's all rubbish, but it certainly looks that way from the commentator's perspective.
Yeah, I mean those DBR cars are on form at the moment too. Like see the other night, 1, 2, 3, which was a pretty good team finish in the Watkins Glen race. So those guys are on form, and we've got all of those guys out here tonight actually racing in this race tonight.
I was having a look at some official history as well, Dave, today, and they not generally does the driver that wins the series main actually end up taking out the chase. So it seems to me from the history I looked through that the driver that finishes 4th is generally the driver that takes out the whole shebang. So
there you go, that's a good omen.
Would there be something in that for him?
Don't mind a bit of an upset, mate. Don't mind an underdog.
So
everybody loves a good underdog.
That's it. So we'll see what comes out of that. But let's see in the next few weeks. We'll know who gets in. 16 places, I believe. Top 10 automatically qualify. No doubt I'm going to absolutely get this wrong, but it's something along those lines from what I read today. So that's coming up for you shortly.
Yeah, definitely.
ANZCAR Cup.
So we've got Josh in the lead still. After those pit stop shuffles, got himself back into the lead here. Hamish Gallagher's teammate sitting just behind him in P2. Looks like he's coming at him though. Hamish has had the speed all night, so he just looks at the inside. We'll see if he tries to throw her up the inside of turn 1, and he does give her a big throw. So maybe Josh said, "You're going to have it, mate." Maybe not, but gets that pass and back into the lead.
Gets the move pretty easily there. So Wally closing the gap a little bit as well. There's a bit of a battle going on between Edward Foster and Lachlan Urquio. So remember, Foster is on some older tyres.
And damaged, for that matter, as well.
Yeah, absolutely, he is. You can see the damage there on the front of that 99 Subway entry.
It should make pretty easy work of him, but Edward Foster might play a bit of an Alonso like he did last night and just have the whole track.
What a farce that Grand Prix race was.
Oh, absolutely.
But it shows you what can happen in the wet, which is
that's right.
every driver
it's-
goes in and gets slicks, and one of them stays out on intermediates, and there's one car on the restart, which is just ridiculous.
And it shows you what of a joke the downforce is when you've got a Mercedes you can't get past a whatever the ones that run around the back, a Haas or something like that.
Yep.
Takes him 5 laps to get past him, and he's whinging the whole time.
Yep.
Anyway.
It was one that I was glad I didn't stay up for and watch
geez,
the
yeah, look
replay
down
on.
the inside. He got loose.
Oh,
He's
he
going to
got
go
real
around.
loose.
No, he's going to hold it. He saves it.
Down on the pit exit
Tell you
there.
what, Mr. Sheen had to do a bit of driving to get round that. Had to get up on. Nelly got in the wall himself, but yeah, he had a dive there, and Edward just said, "Nah, not today. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy."
Let's go back and quickly have a look at that one. We missed a little bit of it. And we're about to miss a whole heap more of it. Just have a look here.
JCW moved up now. Yep, get the replay up. You call it.
Lachlan Urquhart just down on the inside. He's got real aggressive on Foster. Had to pull out of it. Clipped a little bit of the grass down on the inside. Got the big drift going, and just was lucky that that pit road was down there, I reckon.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to keep going around there, but managed to get it back under control and save it. So I just got a little bit distracted, mate. The ball across the 18-yard box. So.
Yeah, I just saw that there. I'm amazed the Swedes are wearing green and gold, and
Yeah, I was
Australia's
surprised. I was like,
wearing
watching it.
green and gold as well. But, you know,
Yeah.
what would I know? I'm only an average pundit. It's probably blue and yellow, given that it's Sweden, which would make more sense. But it does look very green to
Yeah,
me.
it does. Yes.
So,
But here comes Mr. Sheen down on the inside of Edward Foster now in the foot-long Subway meatball, steak and cheese wrap. All of the above.
with
And easily done.
a couple of cookies and a large
Ooh.
Diet Coke because I'm watching what I eat. One of the lap cars there. Stephen Clark, I think it is the 31. Did we find out who was Quaker
Sandman?
State?
No, but I was trying to. I can't now because the soccer. But let me just go in, and I tried to zoom in on the name on the door. Try that again.
Jason
That's
Martin. Let's close
Yeah,
up on
that-
the back of Luke Trehere. Bit of damage there still on the back of Martin's car.
Oh, no. I thought it was Casey Kane, but it can't be. Definitely looks like 2Ks though. Casey Kane. Nah, he's got a. Yeah, maybe.
So Phil
Just trying to
Worley's...
read the. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, Phil Worley's managed to make his way past Josh Mickelmore, so he's now up into P2.
Yeah, Jason Martin's put a bit of pressure on Lukey's son in the STP 43 as well. But Wally, it's a bit of a gaggle of cars there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's starting to get that way again. It's sort of
The 11 gets in the fence.
what we saw
Keeps it going.
last time around, just as we the tyres sort of started to plateau. The guys were getting a little bit racy, sort of developing into these packs. You can see Skirley there is closed up on the back as well, so he's starting to join in this battle. Hamish Gallagher's checked out at the front. He's 2.6 seconds to the good of this forming pack.
Yeah, Riley's just made a pit stop. Might drag him in for a chat while he's on his outlap and see how he's going, see if it's the strategic call or not. Riley Curtis, Dave up in the booth, mate. Just see you on your way out of pit lane, mate. Strategic move or just pit for tyres or damage?
Just something a bit different, have a bit of fun on freshies, seeing as I was a lap down.
Yeah, that's it. You get home from here now?
It'd be tight.
Oh,
Hopefully a couple of cautions might put me back on the lead lap, we'll see.
Oh, that's it, mate. Like to gamble, mate. We know you throw caution to the wind in some of these situations. Nothing to lose here, mate. So you must try something, eh?
Yep, drive it as hard as I can, see what happens.
Whose car are you driving tonight? Dick Trickle?
No, I think it's Travis Cavapple from 2012 season.
Oh, yes, that old chestnut. There you go, the old Dr. Pepper Burger King car, eh?
Yeah, I've changed to red for the Cup Series, so I figured I'd run it tonight, but I regret it because there's about 15 of us out here.
Yeah, you got a bit of damage on that front left there. You get into a bit of a bingle at some point, mate.
Early in the race, I got the exit of 4, which shot me to the inside, so I hit the wall twice.
Yeah,
That's
nice,
why I'm
mate.
2 laps down.
A double wall bang, I like it, mate. I like your style. Yep, fair enough.
Hey, can't do it by halves.
That's it. No, well, keep trucking on, mate. We'll see how you end up.
Cheers, boys.
Riley Curtis there, just joining us in the box, so just seeing how it plays out for him. I reckon we've probably got to do something here. We might.
Someone's having a good old effort in the pit lane there.
Yeah.
Hitting the wall.
Neil Pearson just running into pit lane, literally.
Yeah. He's got everything bloody burning there. Nothing turning.
Trying to get it all stopped to get it up into pit lane, but he's got that done now, so we can he'll get a new set of boots on that one again and go again. Just no cautions here at all. Or
just
close this group back up.
Have you got admin rights, mate?
No, I wish I
maybe just throw the caution, mate.
We'll just chuck a caution out in there and see what happens.
I'll tell you what. Who's easy for a fiver, mate? Who's in here that we can pull out for a fiver? Just get them to just pull over and bring it out.
Just cause it. Well, there's a couple of names come to the top of my mind, but
without even having to give them $5, mate.
None of them that we'll talk to at the moment. JCW here putting pressure on Matty Ray. Stephen Clark's a lap down. He's just joining this battle. He's on fresher tyres, so he may be able to influence this one way or the other. But you can see there JCW having a little bit of a look around, seeing if potentially he can get something done here on the mellow yellow Matty Ray mobile on the 42. Of course, Lachlan Urquio stealing his number for the night, so he's not too happy about that.
He did the old switcheroo and he thought he'd take the 42 off him. Traditionally, the 51 is the mellow yellow car, the 51 of Rowdy Burns.
It is indeed.
In turn 1 here.
Ed Foster's jumped into pit lane again. That'll be his last set of boots. It's the Swedish ladies team has a player called Bjorn in it. And what Benny and Agnetha are doing tonight. Oh, as he gets into the wall there as well, Stephen Clark, so
Oh, he's giving it a good rub.
that pulls him off the back of this pack.
Yeah, he gave it a good old scraping there.
Give it a touch up.
Working out of turn 4, working lap 70.
Back on board with Aidan Schultz, has decided to duck into pit lane. There's a bit of a late decision there, and he just gets it pulled up. On the way in, Lachlan Mercurio jumps in behind him as well. That gets Andrew Dyson up into 7th position. And you can see there, Martin and Trahere still fighting it out.
Martin and Trahere, but we have a new class leader in the 21, mate. The class leader to damaged is Jason Martin.
Yeah, well, he is currently the damaged leader of the sub-segment.
The damaged modifieds, mate.
Damaged modifieds. They're speed limited to 290 clicks.
That's it. We got Lachlan's just coming through pit, as you were saying. He's on his way out now. Edward must have pitted as well.
Yeah, Foster has jumped through, so he'll be done to the end. Who was that? Who was that?
Oh,
Neil
Is that-
Pearson.
Pearson again, mate.
What's going on?
He made a meal of it the first time, so he thought he'd come and finish the job. Oh, Phil Otto hard into the turn 3 wall here. I was just randomly riding on with him. He just clobbered the wall. Kept it going, though. But, yeah, I think he's taking a big chunk of that right front.
It didn't even trigger on the old monitor there. But,
Yeah, no, give it a good eye. He's just way up in the grey, up in the marbles, bang, straight up into the wall. Hit it pretty square, but a good shunt to wash all that speed off.
Dyso's in a pit lane as well.
Hopefully he stays out of trouble in there. He's been all right on track, but he found his trouble in pit lane
Found his trouble in
the
pit
last
lane.
few times.
Yeah, where it should be safest. Dyso managed to
That's it.
get cleaned up. But Gallagher's still out in front here. Michael Skurlock currently in second. He's made his way past Philip Worley. And Josh Micklemore currently in fourth. So Dyson has managed to exit pit lane safely. So he'll be pleased with that.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's the speed of Hamish is pretty impressive. It's he's sort of driven all the way to the lead and then just driven away from him. So it's good to see. He's definitely a talent.
Yeah, well, of course, just taking out the Xfinity Thunder Series
fresh.
as well. So fresh
Off a Thunder Series win.
That's it. So that number 1 could represent that if NASCAR did that sort of thing. But he is the Wednesday night ANZCAR Xfinity Thunder Series champion. So, and thoroughly deserved too. He's had an absolutely cracking season and has driven really well. Of course, he's should feature in the latter part of the year as well, along with the rest of the Mitch Motorsport boys.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, doing a stellar job out front here tonight. Just looks like he's doing it easy too. So on his way down the back straight there, he's got Evan Schultz behind him, who's a lap down. But obviously he's taken a pit stop, I believe, possibly, because he looks like he's coming at him. So he'll unlap himself soon. So we probably won't see Hamish too far from making a stop. But at this rate, he might as well just keep going.
Well, he's not losing time to anyone behind him, so there's no reason not to. He's got 4.5 seconds over Michael Skurlock and Philip Worley, about 5.5 seconds from him. So he's got plenty of space here. Josh Micklemore's just jumped into pit lane. That might cause him a little bit of concern, but he's just going to really open the gap up here.
Throws are up the inside. But yeah, I think you're right. What have we got? 23 laps to go. 24, yeah.
Yep.
So it's not a bad little stint to the end. If he can stay out, maybe he had a bit of a gap, so he could probably stay out for a lap or two and then make that stop and hopefully regain the lead.
He's 4.2 from Skurley, so he could probably even maintain that gap if Skurlock doesn't pit. And the moment he's running a similar pace to Philip Worley behind him, so I guess it's a matter of if anyone sneezes, who's going to go
Here he
with
comes.
him.
So
And
he's
Gallagher
straight in.
does straight in. So surely,
So he's reacting to Josh, I dare say.
and Worley's decided he's going to stick it out. Skurley has done the same.
Same deal, yep.
So again, the question there is, do these boys at the front just keep going? At the moment,
Yeah, I mean, Skurlock doesn't mind the long run and then a quick run home on the tyres, so sometimes it can work for me. For some reason, it's easier. You make more speed when you got the fresher tyres last, and when you've got a target, you can sort of monitor your tyre wear as well at the same time.
yep.
Whereas you stop early, you just got to drive, and you're not actually driving to a number or anything. You're just driving for the sake of driving. Whereas the late stopper, you've got a target, I think.
Just to hit that number.
Yeah, basically that's it. So Hamish is all serviced and ready to go. So he's on his way out on the service road. and he'll exit onto the back straight as the other two boys coming in down the front straight.
Well, that answers the question. They're not going to run the gauntlet. So Skurlock and Wally in. Matty Ray,
Yeah.
he'll no doubt jump in as well. Joshua Carroll Walden probably will join them. In he comes. JCW just jumping in there, getting loose. Oh, I've seen a few of the driver. He's just got to get it pulled up as well. And a few of them do that tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
So Gallagher's going to come back around and retake the lead of this motor race with 21 laps to go.
Skurlock serviced and gone. Wally serviced and gone.
So, full service there for Skurlock. Wondered if he might have just taken two. Seen him do that a few times just to get that gap jump and manage to the end. Not done that tonight though, he's taken a full set. Andrew Dyson's up into fifth position. So he's serviced in to go to the end. He stopped on lap 73. So his tyres are about 5 laps younger, 5 laps older I should say, than those around him.
Trying to make use of that undercut, which we saw Edward Foster make work for him earlier in the race, even with the damaged cars. So yeah, it's pretty big.
So where have we got some close stuff to look at? Wally again back up onto the back of Skurlock. Have a look a little bit further back as well. Trahair got Ed Foster on the back of him. Jason Martin successfully carried out the undercut there for the pit window because the but the pit window I should say, Luke Trahair was in front of him. They were battling for a number of laps, but you can see the gap there now open up between 21 of Jason Martin and the 43 of Luke Trahair.
Stephen Williams is working his way back through this field. He's always actually just putting Carl another lap down on his list. Still looking pretty clean, the old 94, Macca's entry.
But really, all pretty straightforward out the front here.
It is, mate. So I'm just thinking who else we can drag in for a bit of entertainment-wise here. I'm thinking, what do you reckon, Matty Raymond?
Yeah, why not? Let's get Matty Ray down. Have a bit of a chat with old Mr. Sheen, Matty Ray. Matty, how are you, mate?
Hey, how you going, bud?
Drawing you down in here, just helped you get a little bit loose there in
You did surprise me a little bit.
Rowdy entry. So, mate, how does it feel to have someone pinch your number on race day?
Oh, it's not the greatest. I've been getting confused. I almost pulled into that car's pit. It actually has been difficult because I've never run another number. So,
well,
I thought I'd steal his for the night as well.
What you could do, some sort of retribution, just a little tap on that back corner there, in the entry into the corner. Bring out
it does look a bit too straight.
Full course
I can't have him
caution.
stealing my reputation.
Full course caution, just to close things up a little bit. And help us out in the booth. You've got a good run on him here, actually. This looks like this is going to get real nasty.
Yeah, it's getting close.
I like your style already.
Just put the pressure on there.
Give him push down the back straight here. There you go.
Oh, he's all over him.
Tap for you.
You don't get this very often.
Yeah, the commentator's egging the driver on.
Egging us to drive on. I'm not wearing my number, so I don't have to be clean.
That's exactly right, mate. They won't even know who it is, mate.
He's run wide here. You've got to run on him.
He's got
to run on him.
Fence him. Just fence him here. Just leave him high and dry.
Just run him out of the wall.
That's it, mate.
It's a nice clean move, as we expect from Mr. Sheen. That's the reason you got the nickname, mate. So you
Don't worry, you fenced himself.
Now up into the top 10. Running 9th.
How's the aircon out there, boys? It's all right.
Oh, mate, it's glorious, mate. The views are stunning, mate.
How come you're not running, Dave? Because someone stole the 18.
Oh no, I wanted to come and commentate tonight, mate. I wanted to watch you boys go run around, run amok, mate. That's what I'm trying to influence you.
Cheers, boys.
I got called up special commentator tonight, mate.
Yeah, doing me a favour.
That is the word on the street.
Doing me a favour. So, yeah, I can tell you what, 100 laps around here by myself. There's probably would have been some snoring and a few other bits and pieces. It's been. We were expecting there to be a ton of cautions and stuff tonight, but it's been pretty routine, to be honest.
Hey.
Oh, speak of the
boom.
Oh, there it is, Noddy.
We're on.
There we go. That's all we needed.
On a teammate for that.
That's what we needed.
He must have been listening in, mate. He heard us.
Maybe,
There's Noddy in the number 8. What's he done?
And he was happy
it's on the way into pit lane. It's on the way into pit lane. He's swung it around.
Just got it crossed up.
Just got it crossed up. Just crossed the line, and it's called the caution out.
Oh, he reversed it too. Even grabbed reverse and backed her up.
Oh no, there he goes into the wall. He lit it up, and spun it in the entry, and then backed it into the wall on the opposite side of the track. So,
oh goodness,
he'll
boy, Noddy.
Probably get a drive-through for that as well, just for the privilege. Just for the privilege of it. Well, mate, we'll let you go, mate, just so you can contemplate some strategy. There's going to be a good little sprint race to the end here. So,
cheers, boys.
What are you gonna do,
I
mate?
think I'm good for fuel.
Jump in and get some tyres, maybe.
Mr. Feel Goods in there.
Yep.
Yeah, mate. 4 tyres, no fuel, mate. Way you go. Have at it, mate.
Jump in and see what happens.
How bad's my car looking? I can't see, obviously.
Nah, she looks
she's
good, mate.
Mint condition.
Oh, I haven't kept her real clean tonight, so
Straight off the movie set.
feels weird. Yeah.
All right, matey, we'll let you go, mate. Enjoy the rest of the race. There's only going to be about 14 to go by the time this all cleans up, so let's see how you can go. And,
thanks, boys.
That the rear end of that Subway car in front of you, that's too clean to match the rest of it, matey. Just make sure you tidy that up for us before you finish close.
Yeah, I might get a little rough with old Ed.
Yep, he'll enjoy it.
Show him what the bumper feels like.
He'll enjoy it. Right, good luck, matey.
See you, boys. Cheers.
He's throwing the little one-liner. Look at that. A panel we don't have to fix.
What'd you do with that?
I don't want you spoiling it.
I don't want you spoiled.
Oh, well, we got the caution, mate.
As you say, you got to go out and hit the pace car. Hit the pace car. Hit everything else out there, and I want you to be perfect. Oh, and the gamesmanship will start here. Who's going to duck out right at the end? Is anyone?
Everybody's coming. Everybody's coming.
Nah, they're all coming.
You have to come here.
Now, let's see if they all get out. Who's going to lead after this one? Norm Clark. He's not going to jump into pit lane. No, he does. Tristan Cock, maybe. He's a fair way
better
back.
yet, who's going to crash in the pit lane this time?
Well, they're all going to get stopped.
Oh, Matty's missed his box. He's made a meal of that one. And so has the 83 in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the 16 had 2 there.
I reckon Skirley's done the... No, he hasn't. I thought he might have done the jump and run here. Andrew Dyson's moved up a couple of spots in pit lane. He's up into 3rd.
Oh, see, that's what happens when you don't run into people, mate. You can make some positions in the pit lane.
That's a good jump for him.
Absolutely.
Fresh tyres.
Get up there, Sam.
Whether or not he can hold it. So Gallagher, Micklemore, Dyson, Worley, Skurlock, Martin, Foster, Raymond, Urquio and Williams. Top 10. Trahair's been penalised in that little mix. He's dropped all the way back down to 11th.
He must have got done for speeding on that pit entry.
How long was he in? Yeah, I think you're spot on. He was stationary for 21 seconds. Everyone else around about 14. Yep. So he's
old penalty.
Been pinged for pushing the boundaries.
Naughty, naughty.
Of course, there's no pit lane limiter on these cars.
Oh. Yeah, mate, that's it.
15 to go. Might grab it down into the booth again.
Here we go.
We've got Ed Foster's jump back in the booth here. Ed, 15 to go. It's going to be 13 by the time we go. Green flag racing. Matty Ray was in here just before, just saying that rear bumper on your club sandwich, way too straight. so he thought he might give it a little bit of Morse code.
Oh, okay, well, he's probably got the speed too, because I can't run with anybody. So I'm sure if he's got the opportunity, he could do that.
Well, that hasn't worked at all, Dave. We're just trying to stir the pot a little bit and completely just went straight through to the keeper. So we'll have to grab someone else in and try and encourage another caution period if we can.
We'll get someone who can do the job, mate.
I can't do anything. I'm fighting with both hands tied behind my back here. Get somebody with a good car in here.
Oh,
Well, Daiso's damaged. He's currently leading the cup for those who have hit something, and he's up in third.
Well, we'll see what he does. I think he's on 2 tyres, so
even better.
That would explain it.
So yeah, we'll see. He made a big jump forward in the stops anyway, so I think I think he's taken 2.
Certainly, his pit time is the same as everyone else's, so who knows? Could be interesting to finish off with. All right, well, we'll let you go, Ed. We'll try and we'll grab someone else. We might grab Skirley, and he'll cause some trouble for us. And
Yeah, do you want me to bump him? Give him something to talk about?
Oh yeah, give him something to talk about.
that's it,
There's a
mate.
couple of others while you're at it as well. I mean, it's retribution round, isn't that what you were going to call it?
Why not?
We do need to do a figure 8 destruction derby style event to get everyone's frustrations out. But maybe we'll have to put that on the list for next time. Anyway,
Sounds good.
lights are out. It's going to go green. Good luck. Enjoy the last 13 to go as the pace car about to pull off here. We're going to have Hamish Gallagher, Josh Mickelmore take his way out the front. Dyson Worley,
There he
Skirlock
goes.
Martin, and off he goes. He's dropped the hammer on the Pennzoil car, and he is away. You can just see how hard they are under full throttle. Josh Mickelmore just struggling a little bit there to keep it straight.
Oh, I thought he was going to his
Right
teammate.
up. He is. He's right up him. And Andrew Dyson there as well.
Yeah. Big bad Daiso looking to the outside to try and put some pressure on the number 2 here, as just can't hang around there long enough. So we'll see if he holds up Wally here and just lets him by and continues on with his race.
Well, of course, it's his teammate, so he probably doesn't want to hold him up too much. Skur lurking is just lurking in the background there. And he doesn't hold him up at all, so I thought Wally jumps back up into P3. And it is, you can just see Dyson trying to hang on. Skirley's got right down the inside real quick there. Doesn't want to waste any time whatsoever. He can to get past Dyson. He does just that. Jason Martin hanging on there down in P6 as well. Matty Ray, Ed Foster said he couldn't run with anyone. Look at him go. He's right there behind Matty Ray, who's right up onto Jason Martin. Skirlock now makes the move
there
down
he
into
goes.
4th. He's
got
going to
Jason
get it
Martin
done.
for company.
Oh,
He's in the fence.
That was
Got him up some
Dyso.
positions here. Yeah, big bad Daiso just given that earned his Indianapolis stripe.
That's still on at the front between Gallagher and Mickelmore.
And it's definitely on for the modified damaged car cup, damaged modifiers, whatever we called them before. Because here comes Edward Foster. He's looking for the class win here. Oh, as the 42 gets real sideways on the exit there.
Andrew Dyson's still leading the modified cup.
Yeah, Edward's coming though.
Ed's coming.
He wants that win.
Jason Martin with the most damaged car in terms of this top 5. So we got top 4 in the non-damaged.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, then top 4 in the unmodified, and we've got Martin, Dyson, and Foster battling it out for the top of the modifieds.
And one of those big dog honours. They're going to have to fight for it. Because Jason looks pretty speedy up there in 5th.
This has got to be some sort of percentage we've got to introduce to the amount of damage you have to sustain to be involved in the Damaged Car Cup. But
Wow. You might be on something there.
Gallagher, Mickelmore, Worley and Skirlock back into position. Matty Ray looking to get a move done on maximum damage Dyson. Hasn't been his night. Dyso normally an extraordinarily clean driver. Just shows he's human. Oh, wow, we've got another entrant into the Damaged Cup there. Worley getting up into the wall. Deciding he'd prefer to finish first than finish third.
He wants to put add his name to the
Add
list.
his name
mate.
to the list of the Damaged Car Cup. He's done a good job of it too. The right-hand corner, and that car completely rubbed off on the 233. So Skirley now potentially in P3 for non-damaged honours.
Oh, the 42 of Matty Raymond just getting all sorts of sideways out of there as battle on for second in the class. Oh, Daiso pushing Mr. Sheen up the track here by the looks of it. He's tucked right in behind there. But yeah, the battle is on now for the damaged modifieds. The battle for second between Edward Foster and Andrew Dyson. As Jason Martin gets a big lead, but I don't know if we can class Wally into that class yet. He hasn't done enough, I don't think. He needs to do a bit more damage.
Oh, Pearson's crashed.
Pearson, he's off again.
He's had an incident, but it has not caused a caution. We're still on here with 9 to go. It's quite tight at the front. Skirley's just dropped off the back a little bit. Off the back of Wally. It's very tight.
Josh is into the wall. Josh just give the wall a scrape on the exit there. He was all over the back of his teammate Hamish, and he had to slither up the back of down the turn 4 exit wall.
He just dropped a few seconds there, so he's a few tenths I should say, so he's just dropped off enough. Let's open it back up for Wally now. He'll be encouraged by the proximity. Oh, he's got real loose again there. He's had to duck down onto the inside.
He's on the grass,
with it. Decided
he's
to
even given the grass a touch.
Decided to open a Jim's Mowing franchise at 300 clicks an hour.
Mate, he's throwing it. He's having a go, that's for damn sure.
Well, Wally, he might have just overheated those rear tyres a bit. Wally's now going to be sniffing blood, that's for sure.
Absolutely. See if he can't add another one to the damage modifieds.
Yeah, well, Jason Martin's coming too on Michael Skurlock, so he's doing well in a slightly damaged unit.
At 94 of 100, so we're getting down to the business end here. 6 laps to go.
Speaking of 94, he's closing in on Luke Trahere. Lachlan Urquio as well. Edward Foster still up in front of them. Third in the damage modifieds. Trahere's car looks pristine. There's a strategy to say here, he should just bin it. Finish third in the damage modifieds instead.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking too, mate. You want to be in that class, mate.
You won't do that, that's for sure. Not to say that someone else won't help him try that.
Interesting moment in the socket there too. This Swedish keeper out of its box. But back to the race.
It's been a pretty even half in the football, that's for sure.
It hasn't been going too bad. It's been ebbed and flowing backwards and forwards, but Joshy sliding up against that wall again, just missing it. He's trying to get them clipping point bonuses.
He's certainly struggling a bit with the rear tyres on that one, isn't he? You can just see it's all closed up.
No, I don't got the mic sorted again. We're back in business here.
Oh, mate, you're always good. So, just all stabilised out. You can see the huge gap that's developed as well.
Yeah.
Back with Matty Ray, with Daiso, Foster, Trahere, Williams, Urquio.
Yeah, just looking at that battle.
And in the back there, Norm Clark as well. So, this is where it's at. So, right up on the back there, Luke Trahere getting onto Ed Foster. It's like Aiden Schultz is just leaving pit lane down the inside too. He's going to rejoin this battle. Comes out just down the bottom there. 5 to go. Gallagher crosses the start-finish line.
Oh, STP. Luke having a big look on Foster. Foster goes in deep.
Jeez, he goes real deep.
He was too busy looking in the mirror. But at least he's going to make a race of it here. But 4 laps to go once they cross the stripe this time by. So Luke getting there. Oh, Edward gets just a little bit squealy on the exit there. So Luke should get the run down here. We'll see if he blocks. Ah, come on, Edward. Where's the block? Aiden's
Doing
his best to run down the inside of the fence there. Get out the road.
Just trying to stay out of
There's
the way.
a move on Daiso now as the 42 is getting up on the inside of Daiso. Should be Matty Raymond. And he gets it done. Here comes Lukey now on the back of 041, all over the shop. He's going to go for the outside. Oh, he gets tight there. I thought he was going to close up and hook the machine of Dyson there, but this is a good little battle here. The boys are having at it right now.
So Trahir, they're just getting the unlucky side of it. Just drop back again. Foster gets a little loose in the background.
Old free kick.
Big slide as well.
Close. Close
Fred
to the wall.
Astaire. Dancing better than Fred Astaire.
Oh,
There
it
he
is.
goes. Daiso into the wall. Oh, and again.
Oh, again. The 42 nearly joined him in front of him. So Daiso's ramping up the damage model here on the... and here comes Luke's going to eat him for dinner down the back straight on the 42.
Daiso's car just moving sideways at will. Oh, he cuts him off before the entry as well. Says, don't worry about that.
Yeah, back to the racing line. I'll take that. Thank you.
To be fair, these two, the only two clean cars in this pack. Well, Stephen Williams in the Macca's entry, not too dishevelled.
Yeah, well, we've still got 2 laps to go, so we've still got a couple of options to join the damage modifieds.
Skirley here getting a move done. In fact, it's Jason Martin trying to get a move done on Michael Skirlock. Samantha Kerr's just put one in the back of the net for the Aussies that's been disallowed.
Oh, he must be ahead of me. I just saw a bicycle kick. Oh, mine stopped before because I'm running out of battery, that's right.
Interesting call. Looked like she was onside, but nonetheless, let's get back here to Hamish Gallagher, 2 to go. He's going to come around and see the white flag this time around. And to be fair, he's done a fantastic job out the front here. Josh Micklemore still under pressure. As so is, it's real loose down on the inside. There's Jason Martin trying to get the job done on Michael Skirlock. I don't know what he's doing. He's pushing too hard. He's at the front of the modified pack, trying to get an outright podium rather than just be satisfied with the modified. But he's doing a good job at the front. Hamish Gallagher, Josh Micklemore, Phil Worley. 3 have done really well all night out front, put on a tremendous battle. Michael Skirlock looks like he's going to finish 4th. Jason Martin in 5th. And in the background there, still more drifting from Andrew Dyson. Drifting like it doesn't matter. But it is going to be this man. Hamish Gallagher's got one more turn to go. And he will bring it across the line for another Mitch Motorsport. 1, 2. Is there a drag race going on in the background? No, there isn't. So it is going to be Mitch Motorsport 1, 2. It looks like Jason Martin got ahead of Michael Skirlock there as well. So Skirley just going to miss out there as we watch across the start-finish line.
Alright. So
all over Red Rover.
So Jason Martin picks up the damage modified cup, and Hamish Gallagher with the outright
the main win.
Class win. Yeah, well done to those guys. And a bit of carnage in the background. There's guys going everywhere here. Now they want to start playing silly buggers and getting. Oh, there's Daiso doing his drifting.
Doing big drifts. Oh, who's that rolling all over the place? Luke Hayes decided he wants to do the tumble turn. Do a bit of gymnastics. Hayden Schultz doing the hold sideways as well.
Doing the standard Schultzy.
Plenty of rotations there from somebody in the background as well.
Word must have got out about the damage modifiers, mate. They all want to be a part of it now.
Be in. Fortunately, they can't be. There can only be one damage modified winner, and that is Jason Martin.
Exactly right. Jason Martin, your class winner tonight.
There's Plenty of burnout going on in the background. So when they jump in, bring these guys back down into pit lane. Get them to jump in with the booth for a real quick chat. It'll be a short one tonight, to be fair. It's a long race tonight, 9:45 already. I'm old.
Yeah.
I need to jump into bed. Get up early for another day at it. But it's been a good race. It's a good event. I was pretty impressed with the turnout as well. 25 cars jumping into this one. And it's good. These special events can be a little bit hit and miss in terms of
absolutely.
the number of drivers that you get in.
No, it's been pretty good. Even some faces have come back, like Stephen Clark coming in. You don't see him too often, and for him to show up tonight, it's pretty cool.
One of these special events, a good thing. So let's have a look at the official results. We've got Gallagher, Micklemore and Worley are your top three in the main race. Jason Martin, fourth, with Michael Skurlock, fifth. Luke Trahare in sixth position, and it was Matty Ray, Andrew Dyson, Edward Foster, and Steve Williams rounding out our top 10. Then Lachlan Urquio, and we did have Norm Clark, Ben Vickers, Joshua Carroll Walden, with Tristan Koch, Phil Otto, Riley Curtis, Carl Withy, Aidan Schultz, and we had Neil Pearson rounding out the top 20, followed by Noddy Tompkins, Steve Clark, Jaden Russell, and Bob Kleeman and Nigel Patton not making it on to the grid. So, good race tonight.
You can see in the top of the ladder there, 1, 2, 1 and 2.
Just how it was
Formation.
planned. Not too many more. We've got 21 and 22 there as well. So 43 and 42. There's a whole heap of different number combinations we can make out of all that stuff. But yeah, a good run for everyone.
Absolutely. So I guess we should bring down, is he in the room?
No, they're not, mate.
The race
They've
runner.
decided not to jump in at the moment. So, oh, there he
There
is.
he is. He just popped in there now.
So we'll just grab Hamish down now. And here he is in the booth. We'll get Josh Micklemore down as well, and we'll grab Phil Worley. As Josh Micklemore's decided to go to the infield care centre. I think I accidentally dumped him in there with Rita, who was running the race infield care centre tonight, mate. Sorry about that, to expose you to that sort of abuse. But we've got with us our podium for tonight. It's Hamish Gallagher, Josh Micklemore and Phil Worley. Phil, start with you, mate. A bit of a close run thing there at the end. Almost able to get onto the back of Josh and try for the pass, mate. But a good fun race overall.
Yeah, that was sick. Those things are lively, man. That was it was good to just get in them and have a red hot crack. Really, they're fun as to drive.
Yeah, they looked a little difficult to manage on the gas, sort of just moving around a lot under you while you're driving. Plenty of small steering inputs to keep them straight.
Yeah, they were probably a little bit more looser in a straight line than they were around the corners. I didn't think they were too bad around the corners, but yeah, when you got next to someone that was pretty deadly.
Oh, well, a good fun run, and we were having a look there as well at you guys, and you almost got it done. Josh struggling a little bit towards the end there, mate, to get nice close to the walls.
Yeah, I was having fun just driving that thing, man.
Yep, it was good to watch.
Yeah, I knew I was sort of burning the tyres off a bit, but it was just so much fun. I just had to keep the foot in it. That was... NASCAR needed, I don't know, they need to do something because I haven't drove a car that much fun for a bloody long time, so.
Yeah, well, you and Hamish were having a good run at the front there. Hamish put the boot down and opened up some good gap over the run, but you kept putting pressure on him for a fair bit of the night. How did you find the car running in the traffic when you were that close behind him?
Yeah, like Philip said, down the straights, it sort of like swerves down the straight, and I think me and Hamish did a lap or two side by side.
Yeah, you did.
The whole time. That was a bit sketchy, but we had trust with each other. We could do it, I guess. So it was all good. But yeah, other than that, it wasn't too bad in the corners, but it was a little bit loose off in that. But yeah, good fun to drive.
No, we did cover that where you were side by side, and it's a good segue. Hamish, congratulations, mate, on another win. You Mitch boys just jumped into just about anything and drive the pants off it. So congratulations on the win for tonight, but a good battle until you're just able to open up the gap a little bit there at the end.
Yeah, thanks, Stuart. As the other guys said, that was heaps of fun to drive. I love this car. This is the first time I've ever driven it, and I'd love to do more races in it. It was heaps of fun. Like, you having to use a lot of brake, you had to use the throttle off the corner. It was awesome.
So maybe then potentially, I wonder if there's an opportunity there for this to feature in a series at some stage in the future for ANZCAR.
Yeah, I was talking with the other guys. Like, we could almost run this as like a Wednesday night series for one season. You just have the races nice and short, so people won't worry about practicing too much or anything. I reckon, and just have a bit of fun. It'd be awesome, I reckon.
Yeah, well, they're certainly nice and quick in a straight line, and I think Dave and I enjoyed watching you guys try and tame the beast, so to speak. Could certainly see them moving around a fair bit for you, and there's plenty of close calls as well. So, and a bit of fun. It was a good fun night to watch as well.
Yeah, no, thanks, Stuart. Yeah, it was good fun. I'm really pleased it turned up. I wasn't really too fussed about where I finished, to be honest. I just want to have a bit of fun, and I think it delivered. It was really good fun to drive this car.
Awesome. Well, as always, on behalf of Mitch Motorsport, if you want to do the usuals.
Yep, just thank the boys and got all three of us on top 5 tonight, which is a good result, even though Jace got a bit of damage in pit lane, unfortunately. And just ANZCAR for putting this race on. It's like, thank you guys, it was awesome, and just you guys for the broadcast.
Don't worry too much, mate. Jason came home in P1 in the involuntary modified cup that we implemented for the night, so he came home P1 in that. And took out the victory. So it was a double banger for Mitch Motorsport tonight.
Yeah, I love it. It's like the GT3 class and the LP1s or whatever.
That's it. That's exactly what it was. So, Josh, just anyone to add on to that, mate?
Yeah, just fair for putting on the special event, man. It was good fun, and obviously you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Dramas at all. And last but not least, Phil, just don't forget to thank the boys, mate.
Yeah, full credit to the boys. And I won't thank the sponsors tonight because they weren't on the car, but big shout out to Timmy Richmond. He's the idol, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. Good call. Good call. Well, that about wraps it up for us for a Monday night. It's been a late one, a long one, but a fun one. Dave, a massive thank you to you, mate, for joining me on the stream in the booth. It would have been a long and lonely affair without Carl as well, so I appreciate you not running and taking the time to have a laugh in the booth with me.
Yeah, too easy, mate. Anytime, mate. Just give me a call, mate.
Thank you very much. I most certainly will at some stage in the future. We're back tomorrow night here on FGM ANZCAR 7:45 for the Oz Pro Am Sim Series, where we're at Monza, and that is going to be one heck of a race. 40 to 50 cars, GT3 fixed setup, so don't miss out on that one. It is a great piece of kit to watch. So we'll see you there, 7:45 on FGM ANZCAR, your E-Place for Pace. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.